What's up? I'm Malvin, an ex-NTU Physics graduate that went into finance as an IPA advisor. Last week, Xiaomi got banned by the US Department of Defense. Deja vu? Does this mean that Xiaomi phones are disappearing anytime soon? Let's find out. So the first question I receive is, will companies be pulling out? Will Google or TSMC, Facebook, and their apps such as WhatsApp, will they continue to remain on the newer Xiaomi phones? So losing access to these apps such as Google and Android, Google Play services, imagine no Google Maps, Gmail, YouTube or Google Drive, wouldn't that make you put off from owning these phones? Especially with the Qualcomm chips that are in the latest Xiaomi phones such as the Snapdragon 888, and they are all manufactured by TSMC. So because we are always on the move and we want to use them, these apps, losing access to them means that we can't do anything with our mobile phones when we are on the move. So what is Xiaomi going to do? I'd like to bring up the closest example, which is Huawei, and they have been trying to come out with their own operating system such as the Harmony OS. Technically, if they have their own operating system, it should help with sharing of resources. For example, when you walked in a room, if your phone is playing music, it could automatically stream onto the TV. In my opinion, that doesn't bring much benefit compared to the cost involved rather than using the Android-based system, which is provided by Google. So what is Xiaomi going to do? I think that they will start pulling back from markets such as the US, double down on markets where they already have a foothold, for example their home market, or even overseas like Russia. But I want to highlight importantly that this ban is very different from the one 2 years ago that they banned Huawei, and this time around Xiaomi is banned by the Department of Defense. So what's the difference? In short, this ban is to highlight and counter the People's Republic of China's military civil fusion development strategy, which supports the modernization goals of the People's Liberation Army. By ensuring its access to advanced technologies and expertise acquired and developed by even those PRC companies, universities and research programs that appear to be civilian entities. So what does it all mean? There is an executive order that was signed by Donald Trump on November 12, 2020. Its stated goal is addressing the threat from securities investments that finance Communist Chinese military companies. So the executive order prohibits all US investors from purchasing or investing in securities of companies identified by the US government as Communist Chinese military companies. And there is also a directive mandated divestments of these companies by November 11, 2021. Since Xiaomi isn't even listed in the US, how many investors actually own their shares who are US persons? So let's take a look at their shareholding structure. We have their founder being the largest shareholder at 11.5% of the entire shareholding equities. And here we do see the Vanguard Group, a US-based fund manager that is holding about 2% of their shares. That means that they have until November 21st to divest all of their shareholdings. BlackRock Fund Advisors as well at about 1.54%. We can continue down this list, but the shareholdings will be insignificant. All in all, I just want to summarize. This ban on Xiaomi doesn't mean that Xiaomi phones will be disappearing anytime soon. Even the more significant ban on Huawei didn't stop them from releasing their latest phones last quarter. Sure, don't get me wrong, the challenge is great to outcompete iOS and Android, but it could also be the catalyst for Xiaomi to innovate in this stagnant OS and application market, which might give them the potential to create a better digital world for all of us, the consumers. One where the layman consumers do not have a choice of handing over their data to advertisers and tech monopolies in exchange for access to this fundamental communication tool that is our phone. I hope this works. By the way, if you have been liking the Xiaomi content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I hope to update you on the coming weeks on this development. All in all, it has been 2 years since Huawei was first banned, and they subsequently launched the Huawei Mate 40 Pro and even launched their own Harmony OS. This might feel like a deja vu, but one thing's for sure, Xiaomi phones are not disappearing anytime soon.